Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I'm a project manager for Google My Business.
And I'm Aisling, and I work as a marketing associate here at Pointy from Google. And let's get started. It's been a tough year for retailers, but in a year of challenges, lockdowns, and finding a new normal, the holiday season can still offer something to look forward to. Consumers are keen to shop local once the restrictions lift, with searches for supporting local businesses growing by 20,000% since last year. Whether your store is waiting for the go-ahead to reopen or you're classed as essential, we are here to give you some tips on how to communicate with your customers, increase your online presence, add extra fulfillment services, and rethink the customer journey to help your business on the road to recovery. Just a note, while we are going to talk about Pointy and Google My Business, the rest of our tips aren't features of Google. Instead, we'll be bringing you general tips that you can use in your store as we head towards lockdown lifting. And now over to Jasmine for the first tip.
Billions of local searches happen each month, and 4 out of 5 consumers use search engines to find information like store address, hours, and directions, which a Google My Business profile provides for free. If you haven't already, you can get started by visiting google.com/business. So what happens when a customer searches for a business on Google? Take a look at the animation on the right. Show an example of what happens if somebody looks for a clothes shop. Once you type "clothes shop near me," you'll see a list of results. Then they'll click on one of the results and you see a Google My Business profile showing the information about the shop. Searches for "available near me" have grown over 100% globally year over year. Now more than ever, customers will be checking online for the latest information. Make sure your profile on Google is up to date. 96% of customers are more likely to visit a business that displays hours of operation. Another way to communicate with customers is to make relevant updates on your business profile to inform your customers about any changes, whether that's a change in opening hours, if you now do delivery or takeaway, or any other updates. You could also consider making use of video calls, which have become a staple in all fields of life. You could try nominating a staff member to become a dedicated video call handler where you run a live stream of your products on social media, or a video demo of products in use. For example, if you're a bookstore, you could throw an online book club for community building. Or a liquor store could run a dedicated at-home wine tasting where consumers opt in for a fee and you send them a bottle of wine or a hamper to try on a group video wine tasting. Here you can see an example of a Pointy store, Amuse Toys, running an online browsing experience where shoppers can watch a live stream from the store and be shown products that are available. Not only is this a great way for people to see the product lines you stock, it is also a great way for you to communicate and engage with your customers. And now Aisling is going to talk about safety and the customer journey.
As you know, companies across the world have implemented features to protect people against this virus. For example, many supermarkets are running specific shopping hours for vulnerable shoppers. But it isn't enough to do it. Your customers need to know about it. Many supermarkets offering this service have signage on their aisles about their hours. Consider sending a brochure in the mail, emailing your existing customer base, or posting about it to social. Another example of this is a local grocery store offering customers the option to hand in their shopping list to be delivered to their car by staff members. Taking care of your customers in whatever way you can makes a big difference, and you can be sure they won't forget it. To comply with guidelines, you likely have a socially distanced queuing system in place, or someone on the door making sure your store isn't overly full. You can take some of the work out of this with software or apps. If you're waiting to reopen, now is a great time to research. A host of applications allow customers to book an appointment so they can arrive and enter the store at an allotted time. Booking an appointment for a department store visit, particularly in the world of premium or luxury brands, is nothing new. But the process is gaining traction across the wider industry. You can also use software to create virtual queues. Customers can join a virtual queue and then receive a text message when it's their turn to enter the store. Some stores have been using this system for several years and have put it front and center of their reopening strategy after lockdown. As I mentioned earlier, searches for supporting local businesses grew by 20,000% in the last year, while 66% of shoppers plan to shop more at local businesses. So you could tap into this by connecting and partnering with other stores or businesses in your area to provide services for your customers. We have seen unexpected business partnerships formed this year, and local retailers are no different. For example, a taxi company partnered with a dog grooming business to provide a doggy taxi. Customers' pets could be picked up and dropped off in a taxi in a very safe manner for all involved. We have also seen local retailers partnering up together to provide services to their customers. Amuse Toys and Greedy Reeds in Baltimore are two independent retailers who partnered to provide same-day local delivery services to their customers. You could order from either or both stores, and they work together to provide customers with a delivery option that they didn't have before. Think about whether there are other retailers in your area that you can reach out to form a partnership with. Prior to the pandemic, the in-store shopping experience often began long before shoppers arrived at a store. This is even truer today, as availability, local convenience, and safety when shopping have become priorities. Consider whether you could offer an additional fulfillment service for your customers. Whether it is click and collect or home delivery, adding an additional option could prove valuable. Stores are also getting creative when it comes to fulfillment options. The Lakes Running Co. saw the uptick in demand for running gear at the start of the pandemic and thought outside the box to enable customers to shop online with them. A customer could call or fill out a form on their website, and they would send them pictures of the shoes in stock to help them choose which they'd like. They also offer curbside pickup, home delivery, and individual after-hours appointments with customers who ask for them. Exchanging gifts will undoubtedly be different this year. Gifts which were previously exchanged in person may have to be sent by post. There's a huge opportunity for retailers to offer gift packing services that see presents sent out perfectly wrapped and ready to go. This is exactly what Bira member Papilio at Heritage has decided to do. As you can see here, they are sending out beautifully wrapped letterbox gifts, which have been carefully selected to fit through the recipient's letterbox, so no need to worry about someone being home to receive it. 67% of shoppers said they plan to confirm online that an item is in stock before going to buy it. Having an up-to-date business profile will go a long way in giving customers the information they need about your store. But imagine how much more beneficial it would be if they could browse the products you stock directly from your business profile. And this is where Pointy from Google can help. Searches for available near me have more than doubled globally year over year, underscoring the importance of real-time and accurate inventory information. I'm sure you have had an increase in calls from customers wanting to know whether your store offers curbside pickup and if a product is in stock. Shoppers are turning to Google to find information about your store or answers as to where to buy a product locally. However, often, local retailers like yourself don't appear in these searches. And if you're not appearing in these searches, then customers may end up either turning to e-commerce or another store. Consider implementing Pointy from Google in your store to help reach these shoppers. Pointy lets you display your products on Google. This way, when shoppers are searching online for a specific product or store using Near Me searches, they have the potential to see your store and the products you sell. If you're open right now, Pointy could be a help to your store. And if you're not currently open, consider Pointy for when you're given the go-ahead to open again. And now, back to Jasmine.
What is clear is that the way people shop has changed this year. We know that people research online first before going into stores and that they are planning their trips more carefully. Customers want to support local businesses, so adapt to the change in shoppers' behaviours however you can. Whether you're hoping to reopen soon or you're currently open and looking for ways to cater to customers, we hope you found this video helpful and that you can use some of our tips on the road to recovery. Stay safe and happy holidays!